Yep, this is a ReVox E36. I think it's really a F36 or international version of the E36, and it works, some of them, but there are a lot of issues. The first one is that it does not record. The second thing is that it has an issue. The fast forward is very slow. I think this real table is has jammed. And the third issue is that the pinch roller is hardened. And for this one, the recording head also is not original, but because the recording currently is not working, so I don't know if that replaced record head is working or not. So I'm gonna try. We're gonna try see if we can fix this. First, I'm gonna take out the front cover. Just pull this off, and then remove the two screws here. Okay, so remove that. Then I need to remove all of those loops. Okay. Then we need to remove the four tuning loops. Just put it off. It's okay. It's always like that. It's easy. So after that, we need to remove the screws here. It's 6 screws. So after that, we need to remove this and this. It's just looking. Lose it a little bit. Tuning. It's gonna come off. Okay. After this, we can just lift the front cover and get what we have inside. It's just like that. And then what we need to do is I will want to remove the hosing from the cabinet. To do that, I believe we have to move the 4 screws. Then we should be able to slide this off. Yeah, to do that I have to. This is heavy. It's like 50 pounds. To move this way, and we have to move the screws here. Okay, let's remove this. All right, so we have this loose. Now we have all screws loose. Let's see if we can pull this out of the cabinet. It's heavy, so I have to be careful. Don't want to break something. that's okay, so let's slide it out. You're right. So the hosing just slide out of the cabinet, and this kinda put this away. The first thing I think I want to disassemble the real table so I can get it oiled and to clean it. So there is a hole in the table, and after some research, I believe there is a setting screw inside to hold this table. So luckily I have this extremely long outcome driver, so I can insert and try to lose this. Let's see. Let's see. It's oh, this is tighten. This is loose a little bit. Yeah, I think I can move this. All right. Let's move. Easier. Yeah, I pour this off the real table. Alright, I think it's okay now. Let's tighten this. Alright, I think it's yeah, so now it's okay now. Let's lose this a little bit. So it's okay. Let me change this to here. Spring here. It's fine. Okay, that's this. I will going to remove this pincher arm to get some oil and clean and oil into this shaft, because you see it's supposed to pull back, but it's kind of stuck. So I think I need to take this out for a clean. To do that, I do have to remove the speaker, which is easy. There are 4 screws holding the speaker. Let's do this. Okay. And yours may be different from mine, given that. Remove the speaker, and you see my speaker is also soldered to the speaker wire, and but which in my opinion this should be just plugged in. instead of solder to it. Then now we have exposed this. There are 2 second screws here. Yep, I think I just need to remove the 2 second screws, then I should be able to pull this up. Let's see, here we go. And you can see this, there are 2 second screw holes here. It is this. See, you have 2 here. I think once you remove that, you should be able to once you remove that, you should be able to pull this up. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now it seems okay. Yep, seems okay now. Yeah, it's that. Okay. Yep, I think it's good now. Try to fix the push button switch. I think first I have to take this out, but I think I may not be able to take out the whole thing completely. I probably just need to leave this a little bit, and then I can slide this off. But I do need to desolder at least 2 wires here on this side, I believe. So let's put the 2 wires. The first one is this, which is from this group of wires from here goes to here. I think I need to desolder it. Another one is here, this wire from here to from the power switch to here. To make this that can be serviced better in the future, I bought some of those jumper wire connectors used for the breadboard electronic experience. So it's all of those. Let me say, maybe get first one. I'll get this. Let's get that. It's one pair. I'll get another pair here. So what I'm gonna do is that remember this can be inserted like that anytime. So I'm gonna solder this end right here, and then connect this end to the wire here. So in the future I can just disconnect it freely. The same as that wire here. Yeah, I think to remove this switch, I do have to desolder this wire too, because this part has to be moved away from that. So that also means probably this blank wire too has to be desoldered. Let's first get out of this. Okay. To connect this wire to that, I'm gonna use this safe safe shrinking solder wire connectors makes sense easy. Just I think it's better for me just pull that off. Then so let's just do it this way. As soon as that here, just get my heater out. Make sure the two in the correct place. So okay. Yep, that looks like melted. Okay, so that's good enough for this. Let me see. It's either solder this way, or solder this way. This way is probably better. No, it will. If I do it this way, just like that, maybe this is better. Yeah, I think this is probably better. I will just do it this way. Okay, connect this. It's good for one. See, it's easy to disconnect or reconnect, just like that. I think that's it's much better. So let's temporarily disconnect that. Next, I'm gonna do. I think I will try to do this wire. Let me just disconnect this end first. Let's see. I think this is good enough. Now we can do this. So if we want to connect, we just do this the same color. So that's one. This goes to this. That's two. This goes to that. Three. And there's a yellow here that goes to like that. So then it's get extended, but it also allows me to remove the front the mechanic front part a little bit better. So that's what I'm gonna do next, and waiting for the solder iron cool down, then I'm gonna try to remove that. Now we were trying to remove the push button switch. To do that, first I'm gonna lose the front mechanism a little bit, so that means I have to lose 4 screws. This. After that, the push button switch is holding by the 4 screws here. This. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So after the 4 screws removed, the first thing is that let's see if I can move this a little bit far away from the button. Yeah, I think I can, but there's still somewhere. Okay, it's I can lift this, but there's still somewhere. Okay, it is this really holding the. Right now it's this holding this up. But I don't know if I need to. It's a switch of these two holding up the wire. But I would say if I can just with this open, if I can remove this, just move it out. If not, I think I have to lose this too, so that I can lift this higher. This is the 4 screws holding up the push button switch. So let's see if I can simply probably not, because I do have to this now. I can really not slide this out, so I guess I do have to lose this part. Guess so. This is a speed control. So after that, this is loose. Yeah, so I can leave this further away from it. Then I think I can just slide this out, right? Yep, I can. This is a better angle for the push button switch. So you can see that's a record button broken, and I just break the play button yesterday. It's the same issue, and I still have the piece for the button here. So see, I still have that, and let's put it in a good place. What's broken is actually the piece that holds the spring. It's this piece holds the spring. So we have to figure out a way how to get the spring hooked somewhere here. To better do this, I just removed that. I think I forgot to turn on the recorder, but it's really holding by 1 screw here and 1 screw here. After you take out those 2 screws, this piece, right, original like this, so just push this up, this out, then this is out. So now I have this centerpiece exposed. I just realized one thing, that all of these switches are actually held by this rod. So I can actually, if I remove this rod, just put it out, I can actually take out the the switch part, the piece, out of the. I can actually take out the plastics out of this, and for better servicing. After I pour this rod out, I can actually remove all the pieces. It's actually, if I can remove this early, it's much easier to do. And see, this is what's left inside, and it's also very easy to put it back. I created this large using FreeCAD, and I uploaded the 3D model to Thinverse website, a well-known one. And if we go here and if we search for ReVox, we can see a lot of interesting 3D model. And if we go down, we can see the one called large for ReVox G2 F36 push button. This is the one I created. Actually, I did two versions, and this is version 1. Both version works fine. The difference is that the version 1 has a larger hose, and the version 2 has smaller hose. All you have to do is just download the file. Then I will suggest you, if you don't have a 3D printer, then you can print over on the Craft Cloud website. It's very cheap, which I'm gonna show you next. The website I used to order my own 3D model is this. It is craftcloud3d.com. If we go to this website, I already logged in. For you, you just have to upload that 3D file. Here, I already did that. So you can say this is version 1, which I just showed you. Yep. So you can see this is how this looks like. It has this is a hole for that rod pin to lock it, and then the spring can be hooked in either of these two holes, which give you different strengths. So that's how this looks like. And the version 2 is very similar, but it's just a smaller hose there. This is the version 2, it's very similar, but just the hole is a little bit smaller. Either one of it works. And all you have to do is just get this printed. You can check the price. This is sort of the P2P website, and you can say you can select different materials and like that. For me, I'm not gonna choose like this and that. It's just fragile. It's just a low-cost plastic. It cannot withstand the strings from the spring. Then I choose this. I use this MJF, which developed by HP. It's strong, and you can say one only for 1.8 plus shipping. If you want to get, let's say you have 5 button, right? You can say after I change this to 5, it's probably only cost 2 to 3. Yeah, it's only cost $2, 2 point, I mean plus 5 shipping, so total is really close to $8. So I used the MJF. I think that's a good one to use. Another one you can use is the glass filled nylon. So this is also good to use. And these two are strong, and they are not conductive. You don't want to use metal because that's gonna short the connects, and it's bad. It's extremely bad. So after this,
and I just use a raw finish. I don't need it to be polished. So after I do this, submit the order and I receive it within 2 weeks.
I have the three printed this key connector keying arrived. So comparing to the original one, clearly the hole is a little bit is larger. So that's I'm gonna change that in my second version. So to match this hole, I think I made a mistake in the diameter of the hole, and also you can see here I intentionally put two holes, two holes there, so that I can adjust the strength of the spring, because the spring can be hooked to either one of these with different strengths. But anyway, we'll see if this will work, if this will replace the original one. And I'm gonna take the contactor from the original one and put it all to the 3D printed T connector switch layer of this. Now I have all of them changed to the new parts. I'm gonna put this back. So the first thing is to insert this to each one of us. Let's do it one by one. Let's first do this. Alright. So let's get the first one. So let's get the second one. Yeah, the hole is just I think the hole is too large right now, but we'll see if this will hold. Otherwise, I will anyway. I will do a second version of this anyway. If this works fine, let's do that. That and that. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit loose until we have this put on. So after we have this, let's split the two parts to a place. Like that. This needs to be like that. Alright, so like this temporarily. Okay, it's like that temporarily. Alright. Then we put this on to do this. And also tape this side temporarily like that. Right? Then let's just make this temporarily like this. I'm gonna do the inside first. First, it's not so easy. So, let's pour this first and make sure it's let's do this first. Okay, it's first one. Then let's get the second one. So the first is to make sure that side just standing like that temporarily. It's just a little bit, and I'm gonna do a check. Let's see. So this should be. Since that side should be standing okay. So, make sure it's all in good place. Just like that. Alright. So now it's the hard part is that we're supposed to insert this into the contact between it. So that bit takes the patience. That's not so easy. It's easy to insert, but it's not so easy to put it to the correct place. Because sometimes it goes to the incorrect parts. We don't want to do that. Okay. Yep, I think this is okay. So right now I'm gonna use the screw to hold it temporarily. Then do a check. What's this? So yep. Just hold it, but not tighten it, because we also have to put the upper side in. So that's why you have to just keep it a little bit loose. All right. Yep, it just temporarily holds it. Then we do a check, make sure it's the place. Especially, let's say this other one. It's a good place. Let's see if this is in good place. Yeah, that's in good place. Yeah, I think everything is in good place. Then now we can put this side. Also not so easy, because you have to just have to push this, insert this to that, and you have to bend this a little bit to insert it into the between that. Okay, so I think that's good. That's good. Let's see, this is not in the place, right? This. Is it? Let's see. That's right. So that in the place. Okay, I think the first one is in good place. And the second one, it's also not so easy. Let's see. It's standing. This one I have to move out. So, yeah. Okay, let's push it so that it's coming. This. Okay, I think that second one is okay. The third one. Third one. Okay. Fourth one. It's, just like that. One. Which, the first one I think the strength maybe needs to be adjusted, but let's see if this works first. The last one, it has to be in it. So okay, that's the last one. Okay, I think I have successfully inserted all of it, so I'm gonna tighten this. Alright, so now I think I have everything put back like that. Oh no, this one I haven't done it correctly because this is loose. The last one is let me see if I can fix it. This is the last one without really have to redo it. Okay, yeah, I think I can do it. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, that's that's how this looks like. Let's say down, 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 down. Yep. Seems okay. It's what is this one? We want to adjust it so it's just as a stress. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, seems okay. Let's see. Let's check this. That's good. That's good. Alright, seems okay. So and finally I want to check, we want to check the if each of this button correct. So let's first check this one. When this is the at this normal place, the two pin should be these two should be open. So we'll see the two. Yeah, it's open, and when I press it, these two should be shorted, connected. Let's see. So it's not. So that means where is that? It's weird. So that's not connected. Let me see. That's where I see it touched. Let me check this way. Okay, so this is good. Let's go to the normal. It's nothing. Press. Connect it. So that means that this one is good, and then this button, that's that is at this and these two pins. So this button, that's this and these two pins. When it's in the normal position, these two should be shorted or connected. So let's see. So that's good. So that means it's connected, and when I depress it, these two should be open. So it's nothing. So that's good. That means this button is good. Then let's get this button. When this button is in normal position, it has these two should be open, and these two down there should also be open. So let's check this. There is some there is some short here. Am I right? Or I touched the other pin. Let's touch this. Okay, there's nothing. I think that's good. Then touch that. It's nothing. So that's good. Then if I depress this, then these two should be shorted, and these two should be shorted too. So let's see. So that shorted. That's good. So also shorted. That's good. So that means this button is good. So and this button, right? When it's in the normal position, there are four sets or four pair of pins here. So the first set of pin, this should be shorted. The next, that should be open. The next should be shorted. The next should be open. So now let's say first, this one should be shorted. That's good. It's shorted. Then this and that, this should be open. Nothing. That's good. The next pair should be shorted. That's good. Next set should be open. Let's see. Yep, it looks like nothing. That's good. Then if I depress it, it should be reverse. So the first pair should be open. It's good. The second pair should be shorted. That's good. The third pair should be open. It's good. The fourth set pair should be shorted. So that's good. That means this button is also good. Then let's check the last one. The same thing. When this is in the normal position, the first pair should be shorted. Good. Second pair should be open. That's good. The third pair should be shorted, I believe. Yeah. The fourth pair should be open. Yep. So when I depress it, the first pair should be open. Yep. The second pair should be shorted. Yep. The third pair should be open. Yep. The fourth pair should be shorted. So the first pair is not. So the first pair should be shorted, but there's nothing. So that means there's probably something wrong. Let me check. Okay, I just this wasn't touched appropriately originally, so now I just adjusted a little bit, so I think it touched appropriately. Yeah, see? Now there is a connection when this is depressed, which is good. So now I think everything has been appropriately lined up. So and we are gonna put this back and see how this works. Now I'm gonna put this back and see if everything works. So to do that, first thing is that I have to lift this a little bit, or you have to just very careful. It's just too many wires, so you just have to lift this and insert these buttons first, and make sure it goes into the insert. Then you can slowly insert the rest of it. Make sure it's in the place, and then let's pull this up. Okay, pull this up. So then insert this more. Just temporarily let it hold into the place, and I'm gonna get this first. And before we power this up, I also like to do a final check of all the wires, also all the inside component. Make sure it's not shorted or touch anything. I think that's seems fine. Alright, so we're gonna power this up, see if we fixed anything. I have everything put back, and I also put this chassis back into the cabinet so that when I power this up, there are some protection at the bottom for the, because there are a lot of tubes on the bottom, so I don't want to just directly put it on the ground. And I put this inside the cabinet, and now I'm gonna power it up, see how this works. So it turns on, and the first is let's see, we try the other button. Let's try the rewind. Of course, remember this end of switch, I have to manually push it. Seems fine. And fast forward. Okay. Play. Seems okay. Then we see the record. Now we see the tube lights up, so that means that there is power to it. So that means this at least the switch right now has power connects to that. Let's see, let's press record and play all together. So now mechanically seems works fine, and let's turn that off, and we put the faceplate back and see how that works. Alright, seems okay. Now we have everything put back. Then we're gonna do a test recording. Let's see if the recording actually work. Let's put a tape on. No. And I've already connected my cell phone as import. And let's see. And let's turn it on. And let's first let's check the record button. It still lights up. And if we let's see, if we just play music in the input. Alright, yeah, now it plays with my phone, and this seems good. Let's check the source. One channel. Another channel. The input seems okay. Now let's actually do some recording. If we do this, it seems that records okay. Rewind. Now let's just hit play. So all good. It is recorded appropriately. Then I guess everything fixed for that part. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. So I checked the push button switch. I think the original it's just like that. So the two are in pairs, just like that, and the two, this two piece, it's just maybe it's like that. It's just something like this all together, and the hole means there is rod in the middle to hold it, and then by doing that, just like that, then the two one at top, one on top, and one at the bottom. So it's just like this, just like that. That's how the original is done. So what I have to do right now is to try to figure out a way to replace this part. Certainly I cannot just glue this in and put back this broken piece. Well, it won't hold, it will not hold. So I have to think about a way to do that. This is how it looks like inside. You can see this one. This piece, that part, that's a complete one, good one. You can see that. And this one, it's one which is broken. While I have this open, I think it's maybe interesting to show you how the button, push button mechanism work. As you can see, there are 5 buttons, and with always a spring, and you see there are some lock here, open, and the lock, and you can see there are two metal arms here, and there's a lower arm and there's upper arm, and there is of course the lower arm, I think no, the upper arm is connected to the solenoid for automatic shut off, shut down. So let's see, when we have stop pressed, you can see this goes here, so, and it's locked, right? And if we push the play, then this locked, this comes out, this comes down here, and these two are the fast forward and the rewind. See what happened if I push the fast forward. This has been pushed that way, and that this goes into this open, which locked this play. The play cannot press down. So like that, it's the same as if I press rewind. So it's it also pushed the lower arm that way, so that this play is locked. Also the record is locked because of this open. But if I press stop, so it moves everything is. And also then here if I press record, see, so that's locked. It's like that at the same time. And I can also, I don't, it's very hard to do this, but it's the same thing if I press the, basically the play and record is, it has exactly the same shape here. It has this open here, which will be locked when the rewind or fast forward pressed, and it has a lock here. So essentially that's what you can see inside. And I'm gonna do it again just to see, you can see the movement. Stop. Record. Play. Fast forward, and then the rewind. Stop. It's also very interesting to see what the inside looks like. You see there are a couple of capacitors here. The green ones, I believe that's original Philips capacitors, and there are one green spark. I think that's a new one, so someone must have serviced this and replaced it. And this you will also see some transistor looks like, but it has a third leg cutoff. Then that means it was used as diodes. So I don't know if this is original or someone trying to trying something here, but I'm not gonna change anything unless it's not working. So when we write out here, right, I think it's maybe it's also better I let you know talk about how we can identify the pins against the schematic. So you can see there are 4 rows of pins. The first row, the second row, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. And the first row, if you look at the schematic, this is E. Yeah, this is letter E. This row is E, and this the second row, I believe this is letter F. And then the third row here, these are the letter G, and the last row, the fourth row, that's the letter H. And the pin, and if you if you see the schematic, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, and 10. So that's how you identify those. However, if you look at the other side of these pins, other side, right, there is another rows of the connectors here. If you look at this, right, there are other rows of connectors. So those are actually many of those are actually wire jumped to the original pins to allow all this component. So to figure out which one is which, then you do have to use your multimeter to test the connectivity between each of these pins to that, because these are not follows the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not follows the order like E, F, G, H. So it's sort of sporadic. For example, this pin, right, is really connected to the second row, this one. So this pin is really this is F. This pin is really the F5. Let me see. No. This pin is really the I'm sorry. This pin is really the F7. Yeah, this pin is really the F7. So similar to all of this. So it's really you have to use multimeter or use your eyes to figure out which of these pins in the last row connected to one of these these pins, because only these pins are shows in the schematic. I did a modification for the connection wires. This is for a safety reason. The first one is this one, which is connected to the 2.2k ohm resistor, and it's on the solenoid, and it's this black. I changed the two from male to female. The second wire is this sort of brown wire, which connects directly to the power switch, the brown one. I also changed from the male to female plug, so that the one wire on the connects to the button switch are male. The reason is because this and this, it connected directly to the transformer, and it is AC 220 volts, so that's dangerous voltage. So for safety reason, I changed to this end and this end, which directly connects to the transformer to the female. So for safety. And so that's one of the changes I want to mention when you do it. The other part are okay, because the other part from for this already just 25 22 DC volts, so that's really not big deal. But these two have 220 volts AC, so be very careful.